Hi, it's me. You like my earrings? I got it for my birthday, and I got a hat to match. I didn't think it was going to work, but I don't know. I did something, so now it's working. Oh, you guys see this hysterical. Marshalls. My daughter knows me. I just wanted to thank you guys for all the kinds, thoughts and condolences about my puppy Sam. He fought it. He's a fighter, but it's hard. I that's the worst part of it. It's just like when you have to go in and say, I need to do this, But anyways, I just wanted to thank you for that. All right, so now off to the races. Oh, I lost my bulb. To the races. So I take that one off. I am looking at you guys' pictures over here because we're 2 weeks we'll be picking the winner of the challenge and the ATC. And you guys, here's a photo section. You guys got a lot of stuff in here. I had a lot of participants this month. So, and I think it was Barb who put just about everything down on the list, or she was close. And I always make sure that's a winner. So, I think there's going to be a few winners. So, just to let you know that. In the meantime, next week, we are going to be doing that angel wings I was telling you about. Or you can make them into angels out of paste. Now you can buy the paste, like Deco Art medium paste. You can buy this. Hey Deanna. Or I have a recipe, which I'll put down in there. It's 1/3 cup baking soda, 1 tablespoon glue, 1 tablespoon white paint, but you could change the color. But I would use it as a base, and 2 tablespoons water. Now, you probably might double that recipe because I'm going to do something big. But or get yourself some kind of modeling paste. Now, I have a couple other kinds. And there's other recipes like on Pinterest. There's one I think that's like part baking soda, Mod Podge, and glue. So I think that might be a dough, though. I'm not sure. So that's the recipe that I have. And I will post it over the week, and then you can decide, when you want to put it together. Just watch it and then do it. Now here's, I downloaded this from my group PPHQ, and I'm just doing it on, this is a 8x10 dollar store canvas. This actually could be a little bit bigger than that. If you want to go a little bigger, you could. But I did 8x10. If you can see that, I'm going to turn around for you. And I'm going to add, I added a few things, like I'm adding some Christmas lights, and, hey, cat, and you'll see it when we turn around. You guys see I lost one of my earrings. I have little ears. I have my ear ripped through not too long after I got it. I never had it fixed, and it's because I have tiny little ears. So I can never really wear earrings unless they're like studs. I do wear them, but I constantly lose them. Okay, you're gonna shut off now? Shut off! I can't get. Oh my god. Chinese stuff back with it. Anyways, let me turn this around. Let me get you guys up here on the computer. If you're on here. So I don't know how far along you guys are with your Christmas, but I was wrapping presents last night. Made a few cookies. I've been cleaning up over where the dog slept, like all the blankets and stuff. And I got a nose run again. I'm convinced that housework is not good for me. I think I'm allergic to it. Just to let you guys know that. It seems like every time I start fluffing things around, I get, sinuses. All right, so I picked out a few colors. I got a red for the barn. This is bright red from Apple Barrel, or you could use, what I got left here, you could use a Tuscan red or any bright red. Sometimes reds are hard to find it, like a really this red. So, and I do like the bright red. I also like, there's one from the Hobby Lobby brand. I think it's Red Apple. That's pretty red. Then I got the green for the Christmas trees up there. This is actually called Apple Bros Christmas green. I actually just finally ordered some paint, deco art, because you know I get half off, but I haven't really needed anything. I was trying to use up what I had. But that green, any bright red or green, and some white for the snow. To mark on the calendar, guys, I washed all my brushes, or most of them. Let's see, and I probably do his hat in the purple, I think, and in snow I always put a little violet or purple because it makes it look a little whiter, so I guess some of this Concord grape, or you could use any kind of like bright purple. Yeah, so that box should be here like a couple days. Also, guys, ever heard of palette paper? You throw it away. I used to get, they always had it at Michael's, and every time I go there, they don't have it anymore, but it's like wax paper. I ordered that, it's half off. And I thought, well, God, I haven't used this stuff in ages. So I used my wet palette. A little brown for that. What else did I need? I'd probably do multicolors. I added like little lights right here, and there's going to be a wreath right there that's going to be green. So I thought I'd give it a try. That was really good when I did a lot of oil painting, because I could fold it over. If you guys do any oil painting, when you do the wax paper like that, or the palette paper, it's really great for oil painting because you can fold it over. You can either stick it in the refrigerator. I never did. Some people do. So then you gotta wait for it to thaw. And it's great for that because it's oily, you know. Especially if you're somebody who uses linseed oil or something. That's kind of brown here. This is red spice, which is like a reddish brown, which is cool. Alright, so I think that's good for now. So I'm going to do, oh, we need blue for the background. I got a baby blue I'm going to use for the sky. Not much sky, but sometimes it's nice doing these small ones. Like I do the big ones in my memberships, but, well, for one thing, you get too much canvas all over the place. You can't get rid of it unless you're selling stuff. And, I don't always sell everything. If I'm doing classes, I give away that painting I do for that day. And of course I keep their own, but I raffle off the one I do and bring so they can work from it. But these small ones are nice because they fit in my thing here. But they're great like shelf setters, and these kind of paintings, if you guys ever paint for, you know, for a little bit of money, you're doing charity or something, these little ones are great because you can sell them pretty cheap. They don't cost you a lot to do. And they're great little shelf setters. You haven't got a frame. You could, but you don't have to. And I find there's a whole rule of thumb about when you're selling anything. And smalls, I call them smalls. Smalls sell. I sold Avon for a while too, and I sold Stuart Coventry. I've sold just about everything. Cars, I did that too. My father was a mechanic car salesman. So smalls sell. People can afford it. It comes right in their pocket. If they live in an apartment, you know, it'll fit anywhere. It'll fit in the bathroom or on a small wall. Especially these stretch ones, because you can put a hook. You don't have to frame them. If you do the other ones, you got to frame them, or you got to put a hook on the back. But you could still do that. But it's fairly inexpensive to do. And people, so, you know, you got to paint fast if you're going to sell like a show or something, but, because you're going to want multiples. But yeah, I call it shelf setters. So I'm just doing this baby blue first. Leave a little bit here. I'm going to put some green right here with the trees. So I'm going to kind of splat that out a little bit. Put a little blue in there for the snow we're going to put in. I'm going to kind of swiping some blue right here, swiping some blue right there. Even a little bit on the snowman. Because we're going to make lots of snow. Well, the brightest color is actually that red. So I want to do that first because I don't want pink all over the place. Then I'll see if I got I think my blow dryer is hooked in. I got me a kind of a flat brush here. Gotta use smaller brushes for this too, folks. So anybody got their, are you guys like the last minute shoppers, or have you like finished up, or? See if I got I think my blow dryer is hooked in. Some people don't like do a lot of gifting. I've cut back a lot, but my kids are, you know, colder. So how do you do that? You know, sometimes I don't know what to get them. I ask them what they want, and I usually give them one thing. It's about all I can do. And then I kind of figure out some other stuff. I feel like my mother always felt like we should have gifts. My mother had 10 kids. I don't honestly know how she did it. Let me see. I think I got you guys up here, so I'm working on here. Yeah. All right. Kathy, you're coming up on my thing here. I don't think I want to do the roof in red, so I'm not sure yet. I put like little bulbs here. I'm going to do like Christmas lights. I'm going to do a little wreath there. Nice and red. This red's a little see-through. I might just put it'll be a little pink. I might just put a little, maybe I'll put a little of that purple in. No, that didn't work. Let's put some of that brown in. Yeah, that's a little brown and red. Get that kind of barn color. Do it like this so I got slats in the barn. Kind of do it like this. There you go. Put a little of that brown, a little red. Get more of a barn color. Kind of go around his arms here. Yeah, so just kind of a long day yesterday. Just like, I got a lot of stuff of his. I'm gonna see if they want it where I go for the vet. I gotta call him. I got like his flea dip stuff and some of his, I got a blanket and, you know, things. I did this coolest thing. I seen it on Pinterest, which is so weird because it was before I even thought I was going to put him down. I took a clear plastic, you know, the ones that I do my little home pictures on, that I paint on, and they're see-through. And I put some of his hair in there. So I thought it was kind of clever. They're supposed to be sending me some paw prints, so I don't know if I can fit them in there, or if I can adjust them on my copying machine. All right, so I'm gonna make more lines in there, but I just want to get the color in first. Sometimes when you got a major color, it's really better to do that first, because if it's not completely dry, then it starts mixing in all your stuff, and what a pain that is, right? This is gonna be a wreath. I'll leave a little. There you go. Kind of do the line straight down because there are going to be boards in here. I'm just going to kind of make some indications of the boards. I'm not really going to do every single board, but you can if you want to. Well, I should do the door. I think I'll do the door in red. And I'm going to kind of highlight around it. I'm going to go grab a couple books to start reading. You guys are out there. I know where they are now. I just haven't gotten to it. It's Christmas, boy. I make cookies, and I burn a whole batch and a half. So I'd throw them, so now I had to redo it. So the dough's sitting there in there. I don't know when we get to it, but I want to finish the wrapping. There isn't a lot, but you know something? I don't know what it is about wrapping. I don't know about you guys, but the first couple ones are fun. I put them out pretty, and by the second, third, I'm like, oh, I'm sick of this. You would think being an artist, I'd enjoy doing it, but no. I don't really take a look at it. All right, so I think I'm going to do the roof. I think I need to do it darker. I don't know if I really want to do black. I'm not sure. I'm gonna rinse this brush out. And let me do those trees first. Yeah, I'm just gonna do those trees. So I'm just gonna kind of splotch these on. Like this. Roofs would usually be like a gray, right? Unless they, Chris, now they do those metal roofs. extra tree right here, because this went off the canvas a little bit. You can always adjust your tracer to, you know, the size of your canvas. If it's a bigger one, then you can add more trees, you know, maybe a few more snowmen, maybe a sled, you know, something like that. If you got more sky, you could add some clouds or just leave it blue. No, there's some snow up here, but I'm going to kind of just smush that in like that. Put some snow on them too. Let's grab a little bit of that. Not put a little snow on these guys. I'm just going to kind of squish it in. Yeah, I got into Kat. I think Kat's on here, one of my members. We got this really pretty painting we're going to do. I did get the, I need a big canvas for it, so I was going to change the date, but just, you know, I'll just leave it there because everybody's busy. No, if I did it any time next week, it's going to be, I don't know who's going to get to watch it, so I thought, Kat, that I would just do it the day I scheduled it, the 20th, and then can always rewatch it. So that's the one I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, so you can design this any way you want. I mean, if you want to do this the regular Christmas tree way, if you want to add more trees. In fact, I expect you to do that anyways. So let's do these poles right here too. Let's do these in just a straight brown. It's that red spice. It's like a reddish brown. Just kind of what this is, a little redder though. I think I'm going to need some black. Definitely. And let me go find my black. It's a cute picture, huh? I've seen it in there. I think it's in. I have like 7,000 pictures. I've seen it. I had it before, and I never did it. So I was looking for something, you know, fast. I didn't really have a big plan for today. So, which you're going to be doing that next. I'm taking this class on planning, and I do planning. I plan kind of what I'm going to do for the year in my other group, but I'd like to plan more for this group. In my other group, I have this like calendar thing, and it's by the quarter, and then it's split up into months. And what it is basically what you're going to teach for that month, what your theme is going to be. So I want to do that for this group. So I was kind of concentrating on that this morning, writing things down, making a plan. I do a for the other group, I do a calendar. So I thought maybe I'd do something like that for this. Maybe. We'll see. I haven't made a final decision, but I think a little plan is better than... Although a lot of times it's just off the seat of my, you know, I've changed my mind. Maybe someone asked me about something, or I see they're more interested in gnomes or landscapes, or, you know, sometimes you'll see I do little surveys. And I'm going to put this gray and white in, and I'm going to kind of just lay it down like it's shingles here. So sometimes I'm not really sure what to do, but, you know, we can go into our business section and we can see what people are interested in. So if I see a lot of people are interested in my palette knifing or certain subject, you know, that's how I decide to do things. So sometimes I didn't really have a plan, you know, or the plans change. But these are nice when I can just pop into one of my groups and pick out something that everybody's doing. People like doing barns. I don't know. See, I'm just kind of making like, hey Barb, I'm just kind of making little, almost like little strokes here. I want it to look like you could just paint the whole thing black, but I'm doing this. Then I kind of go up here and I can make a line. It's kind of black and white and gray, not overly mixed. I'm just kind of take a little black, take a little white, and I don't mix it too much. A little bit of a shingled look here. There you go. We got a little light here. It's a little dark in there. Just kind of laying, I guess, small brush, pretty small. Not really a liner, but it's pretty small, round. kind of an exhausting time of year for people. So when I worked at my salon, the weekends were horrible. And then I would spend Monday and Tuesday was my usual days off, and I would spend the whole just getting ready for Christmas, and then it'd be a zoo from Wednesday to Saturday. I mean, our days were in 8 hours or 12, 14-hour days. I mean, not including I owned it, so there was several of us we owned it, so we would have to buy stuff and wait for repairmen and all kinds of crap. So yeah. Holidays were a zoo. We'd be like exhausted. Oh, I always took like a week off in January just to recoup. See, I'm just like making little grays and whites and kind of make it a little wonky. I'm gonna put a little like line right here too, just so there's a shelf there. Don't worry about being too even, because it's kind of probably a wonky little old barn. I'll do it here too. I had that a little higher there. And there's like this thing here would be right here too. It's like a little indent. So I'm gonna kind of do that. I love Christmas music. I got it on my TV, the iHeartRadio. I can hear it from here, and it's like last year did the same thing. As soon as it's done the next day, I still I wouldn't have time to listen to Christmas music unless it was at work, and not all the girls wanted to listen to it. So, there's ones that did, and ones that didn't. So the ones who were there that liked it, we would leave it on, and they'd get mad. You changed the station. Or there was one that didn't like music at all, so bah humbug, right? Or she didn't like it on when she was working, I think, so. But I love it. I should get a couple like CDs or something, Christmas music. Alright, let's see. Just kind of filling in these edges with that brown and red I used for the barn. I'll put a little highlight on that black in a minute, let it dry. Let's make this, well, up here there's like a window or something. It could be a sign, but I'm just going to kind of make it a little bigger, make it more of a window. Alright. I'm going to take the green, and I'm going to start making me a little, I'm just going to splotch on some green. I think this tracer I got it out of that group might come bigger, but don't quote me on that, but it seems like it did. I have to go back and look. If you guys are interested, let me know. I'll go back and look. Take a second to download it, 5 minutes to download it. Let's put a little highlight on this too. It'll have just a little bit. While it's still wet. Get it as even as you can. I'm just dabbing up and down, small brush. Alright, so now, let's see if this is still a little wet. Let me get my blow dryer going. My strip is way over on the other side, but I can get my foot over there, and I can put my toe on the thing. I think it's still plugged in. And sometimes I get it just right. I got big toes, long toes. Let's see. Oh, my doctor checks my feet, and she's like, "You have long toes." I said, "I know." All the time I hear about it. I don't know what color I should do this to. Should do it black, a little brown, I'm not sure. Put a little blue up there. rinse that brush out and put some more blue in. Fix this up right here. Dry, so I want to dry a little bit more before I do anything. Let's take this white. Oh, wait a minute. Let's mix up some more of this brown right here. These are supposed to be fence posts, I believe. We're going to put snow around them, so not going to matter. I'm just going to kind of squish it in. Oh, the brush is kind of dirty, but that's okay. Dirty brush is okay. There might be a reflection from the post. I'm just going to kind of mush this in. I might add a little bit of violet once in a while, just because, you know, it makes it look like snow, really. I put some blue in there deliberately to give it kind of some highlights. Just a little pro, and just kind of swirl the brush around, have fun with it. I mean, you could do it smooth, too. I just like to be different, you know. I want all these colors, and you know I like everything colorful, right? It's okay. Do your own thing. Okay. Same thing here, a little purple once in a while. We'll do the snowman probably last, so I'm thinking. Kind of make it come up over the edges of the barn right here, because the snow would, you know, drift up. I gotta do up there too. Sometimes I get done with a painting, I'm like, oh, I missed a part. Not unusual. I might even put a little snow on that roof too. What do you think? I think I should put some snow on it. I could even use a little palette knife on it. That would be cool, right? Could use a bigger brush, but it's okay. I'm just making all these little swirly cues. Hey, Barb. That sound good, cat? You guys do whatever you want when it comes to this stuff. You know, I put the template out there. Sometimes I really don't like doing that. I like to have it done first, but sometimes it's better if I just come on here and show you my thought process when I'm doing stuff, because everything I'm saying is pretty much what I do. I'm thinking about what I'm doing. So sometimes it's better to, like, you know, like Bob Ross, to watch it on a blank canvas and watch it from, you know, he's explaining to you where he's putting it, and oops, you know, happy mistake there, and he takes it off and he goes over it. I mean, he does that. So sometimes it's better watching an artist when she's thinking about what she's going to do, but I don't care what you do. Do your own thing. But sometimes you get ideas too, so I love watching artists. Love it. I watch a lot of the girls that you guys probably, I know a lot of you, so I see you in other classes and stuff. I see you around there. And I'll watch them too, you know. I love watching multimedia. I watch that a lot. That Jamie Norvell, I've seen a few go on her class sites. She was a teacher, art teacher anyways. She got out of it because the money was so bad. I mean, you gotta make a living. I think she might have been a single mother. I never asked, but sometimes no teachers. Something depends on where you were, you know, and they just don't make enough to support their families. So she got out of it. She didn't really say, but I think it was like insurance or something, and she didn't like it. So I guess she's been thinking a while about doing what we do. She was more about teaching online, but now she does do some parties. But she's like an inspirational person. She can really talk to you, you know what I mean? She understands business, and so that's her thing. She has other groups. I'm in her creative business owners, and I just was in there earlier. Engagement and Made It Easy. I use her posts and other things that she does in there to help me with my business. And I don't know if you guys seen, but a lot of them are doing that where you look like a animated, And if you've seen, I put one on there. I did a whole bunch of them. Oh my God, so fun. I don't really like not putting my real image because I feel like it's not authentic. You know, I think you should be authentic. All right, so I'm going to pop a little black on these posts just to make it look a little rounder. Let's get a script brush, or I got my rigger here. And I'm going to, look at this. See, it's bent already, look. Oh God. Okay, I'm going to turn this around because I think I'm not plugged in. It's my off. I'm going to, I got to plug that cord in. Where is it? Okay, Diana. When you do these online classes, I think that it sucks a lot of power out of your phone, and it's recommended, sometimes I forget, to plug it in as you're giving a class because it won't cut it out, but what I'll do is I'll drop the sound. So, you like my ears? Daughter got them for my birthday, that and the matching earrings, which I lost one. Alright, what's this on? So I'm plugged in. I just unplugged it. It fell. There's a hook on the end of this, which I thought would come in handy. It would be more handier if it was at this end. I'm not sure how to do that, but this way. Do something to move. Put it under something. Let's see. It's still going. Yeah, so do your own thing. Is that Brian or Mary on here? Who's watching? That's my brother or his wife. Brian's one day. Here we are so far. Okay, I'll turn it back around. Let's see. There you go. Come on now. It helps a lot with center. When I first started this, I couldn't figure out how to center, but really it does help having, I can watch on the other, my screen over here on my iPad. All right, so I'm going to take water down some black with my script brush, which is just a long-haired brush. I'm just going to make some little lines. Like that. Pretty simple. A little brown here to there you go. I'm going to take a little bit of white here. This is a little bigger script. I'm going to kind of make a little line there, just an indication that there's a, you know, kind of turns. That's all you need is just a couple lines. I think I do the whole thing. Now I want like kind of a road thing here, so it's probably icy, but there's probably some snow in there too. So, and there's probably where the tracks of the, you know, where the tracks of the, maybe a, I don't know, trailer or a tractor maybe. My daughter has a farm. Well, her husband is a 5th generation farmer. He just got a great big brand new truck. But there's a lot of ruts all over. He's got I think there's 2 silos there. One, I think the silo, it's just for feed. So I'm doing this in kind of a blue. And then I'm going to take just a touch of gray. I'm going to kind of wipe my brush off like a lot. I'm going to make this, I get this little pile of gray right here. I'm going to kind of dry brush along the edges like that. Kind of want to make it wider as you get towards your narrow here. Just makes it look better. Then you could probably do a couple little lines if you want to, like trailer tracks or, you know, whatever. There. Still pile a little bit of snow up here. I'm just going to kind of splotch it on. Just take your brush and hit the sides. So it looks like there's a little snow there. Don't be afraid. Just smush it on. All right. So now I want some like indication of those barn boards. So I'm going to take that same brown, that lightish brown here. It's called Red Spice. I'm going to add some white to it. And I'm just going to kind of just slightly make a few. They don't need to be too even. A little highlight on this. I'm make it a little more like this. That wasn't in the picture, but we're doing our own thing here, right? Do we want to put a, should I put a little ribbon on that? Maybe I'll like a little, kind of like it's little indications. I think I will put a little ribbon, just a little tiny red ribbon on that. Let's put it on the bottom. I'm just going to make 2 splotches, like circles. Put a little splotch, tiny one in between. Then make some little, like that. Can't see it too good, so I'm going to add some white. I got a tiny, tiny brush. If you guys got a Posca pen, you could do the same thing. Oops, more dark green on this edge here. A little more dark green. I don't think I like this too much, so I'm gonna add a little brown to it. Just gonna leave the door there. Put a little brown in. Alright, so now we're gonna start working on this snowman over here. Yeah, that's all right. So the first thing you want to do is you want to get him white. Same thing, I did a small brush. There's a little blue in there. I'm going to add just the tiniest bit of violet. Because you know, you can get a little darker with the, if you get too purple or too blue, too much, it doesn't matter because it dries so fast you just go over it with the white. But that undercoating, or undercoat of the color, really makes the white kind of, well, a little green there, pop. This green is scooping into my, drippling into my, in my white drippling. It's drippling. Look, it's drippling. It's drippling. All right, so a little color in there, but that's okay. That's okay. I'll kind of go around some of the stuff. I know it's there, so I can go back. I like these little hearts in here too. I love them. Love them. I think I remember to put some arms on. I gotta fix this brown up around the edges here. We can do that right now. Just dry your brush up. Whenever you're fixing something you don't want to dip back in the water, you can just use a little dirty brush. Just kind of wipe off the ends of that brush, then go back in with just a tip and pick up your whatever color you're fixing, so you don't have to wet the whole brush again. All right. That's pretty cool. I think I am going to do this hat like in a purple. I think I'm going to do that. That's my brush. I got a lot of brown in there now. And let's see. I'll take some more of that white and kind of just a little bit whiter. Yeah, let's dry that up. I'm going to go right into that purple. I'm going to do this hat. Not all hats are black. Doing purple. We'll put a little highlight on here too. I'm going to dry my brush off, put that tip into the white, and kind of make an indication of a little band there. I'm going to dry the end off. I'm going to go back in and kind of whiten up this face, which I didn't do. I'm leaving some of that so I can kind of see where everything is that I put in there. All right, so we're gonna make the scarf. I'm gonna make the scarf like a bright red. Bright red. I just mush it in with my little brush. Make it a little roundy. Follow the shape, and then I think there's only one scarf thing showing in there, but I'm doing two. All right. Well, those hearts are kind of small. I don't know. I think this will fit. I'm gonna make them. What color should I make those? Let's make them green. Let's make them green. I'm just gonna. There you go. Now I need really small for the I got another one here somewhere. For the face. For the face. There it is right here. Another one that's all turned in. What I do is I boil water, hot, like on the stove or a tea kettle or in the microwave. And then just for 1 second, you dip it in, you dip it out. And don't go past this metal part, your furrow, because they glue these in. The hair is glued in. And if you do that too many times, what happens is it will come out. So you shouldn't ever leave your brushes in water a long time, because what happens is the glue loosens them up. But then after I do that, I shape it and I lay it down. So a lot of times if I leave these in the water, that's what happens. It happens a lot because I always do what I'm supposed to do. But yeah, then, you know, when I get done washing out my brushes, I always reshape them with my fingers. You see artists when they're going like this, they're reshaping it. And you lay it down instead of drying them like this up in the, you put them up in your, whatever you carry them in, hold them in, after they're dry. Because the water will seep down into the furrow and, you know, it causes problems. So, and also, if there's any paint you didn't wash it right, the paint will build up. You know, some of my older brushes, you can tell. This one I use for Mod Podge. It's like really hard at the root area because I dried them up. But that's also because I use my glue stuff, my glitter and stuff. Little lesson. Okay, so now I'm gonna make his little eyes. Right, now I want to make a nose, so I have some orange. If you got yellow, you could do yellow and red, but I got orange right here. I'm getting low on yellow. I have a gallon of it in the other room. I need to bring them all in here. I got a shelf over here now. And my sister works in a place that make plastic cups things, holder things. So she bring me in a couple of things I think I can use. Making my nose. Give it a tiny highlight. And then let's make the, oops. Let's make the, give him a smile. Big old smile. There you go. And I'm gonna give him a little, take some gray and black and white, make a gray. Or you could do it with the violet too, either or. For a shadow around here, right here. So you can see that it's separated. There you go. Now you want arms. So I'm going to do them right in black because I want to see them. Same thing, I'm doing a small brush. Where's the hand? I think it's right here. It's good. Now is the time that you got the painting done. You kind of take a look back and you say, okay, what do I need to fix here? Sometimes you're sitting on top of painting for way too long. It can like cross the eyes. You think it's something it's not. I know a lot of times I'm doing a paint class and people say, oh, it looks terrible. So, you know, it looks better than you think. So they don't want to get up. Sometimes they're drinking because we used to have liquor there, wine and beer. And I'll take a picture and I'll go like this, sit right in front of their face. Like, hey, yes, see? You got to get up and walk away. And with any painting, about every hour, if you work 2-3 hours, I try to work 25 minutes to an hour. I find it more productive, 25 to 30 minutes. And then I get up and I put it up like this and I look and I see things I didn't see when it was sitting in front of me. And then I will adjust. So you should, about every half an hour when you're working on something, that's actually a real thing. Business people, it's a kind of a business thing. They're more productive if they have breaks. Not big breaks, just small breaks. So that snowman came out really cute. Didn't he come out cute? Oh, cute, huh? I like a purple hat on him. Yeah, so I think that's it for today. I will see you guys next Saturday. I'm going to see my... Well, I'll see you Thursday, too. I'm going to see my membership people on Friday. We're going to do that big fancy painting up here. Yeah, just fixing a few things here. Yeah, so there are a lot of you guys put in stuff for the challenge for this month, so I'm going to have a few winners. And I mailed out my ATC for people in the ATC group Thursday morning. So I'm expecting, I'm hoping I'll get there before Christmas. I don't know, I hope so. And what else? I think that's it. All right, so, oh, next week, next Saturday, we're going to be doing those angel wings with the paste. And I got a recipe. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to post it, too, before the class. I'll post what we're doing. I have a picture of the angel wings. They're over here. I had them. I can't find. They're right here somewhere. A pile of paintings in there. But the recipe is a 1/3 cup baking soda, 1 tablespoon glue, white Elmer's glue, any kind of glue, 1 tablespoon white paint, and 2 tablespoons of water, and it'll make a nice paste. Or if you don't want to do that, you can also go out and buy it. And this is the Deco Art. It should be right near where the paints are in Michael's, but there is one. Hobby Lobby has them. There's different ones. Now you can get gesso, but gesso, unless you get a thick gesso and you know what company you're buying from, cannot always be thick. So it really depends. So I say get the paste or make your own. Baking soda really works really well. So just give it a try. So we're going to do that next Saturday. We're going to do angels. Now, I don't know if we're going to do those wings or if we're going to do the angels. I could probably do both. I think that's what I'm thinking. So that's for next Saturday. And then I think that's everything, guys. So you guys have a great weekend. And like I said, thank you again for all the condolences. My poor puppy in Rainbow Heaven. Rainbow, across Rainbow Bridge, is that what they call it? All right, so you guys have a great afternoon, and I'll see you later. And I hope inspiration finds you wherever you go. Make art, guys. Make art.